Okay, hey everyone, just thought I'd do a little garden update. Pretty much looks exactly the same as the first video that I did yesterday, but mainly I've been clearing out the shed and just to try and get some stuff out the greenhouse. I got greenhouses full of stuff because I was basically using it as a shed whilst I had a small tent in the shed. So I've been dismantling the tent because it's pretty much fallen to bits and I don't really use it, so I don't think I've used it in over like a year or two. So I can now empty out the greenhouse and then I can use the greenhouse to actually garden with. So yeah, I'm recording inside just because building work's still going on next door. I don't know if there's going to be people listening to me recording, so I didn't want to look like a weirdo standing in my garden recording a video. Anyway, now I can begin trimming off around the plants. Like, see along here where all the dandelions are, that's going to be cut back, and maybe I'll plant something in there. And then we've got the greenhouse over here, and in front of the greenhouse there's 3 big pots, which is, I didn't plan it this way, but like, you know, the Hecate is associated with 3s and 1/3, so you know, that's going to come about. I had datura, wormwood and black henbane growing in those pots originally, so maybe I'll do a similar thing. It seems quite an appropriate set of things to grow. One of the big problems with the garden is, I don't know if you can really tell, but it's on a big slope. Like if you see where the beam for the decking is, you see that the grass is like on a slope. But I was thinking about doing like a 3-way crossroads interlinking somewhere in the middle, and then having them going off to different bits, like have 3 mini areas in the garden perhaps. I was drawing, like doodling, just like Hecate symbols, and just, you know, messing around with it. So again, a bit weird here. And then, oh, I had another one. There you go. These are just little doodles I was doing, just to see how sort of, you know, I suppose you could go fractally smaller and smaller and smaller forever on these. Anyway, what I was, let me just, I had an idea that the symbol, which as I believe what it's meant to be, is it's like that represents the god, the goddess, and then I tried to draw the path like this because I find it easiest. The path is, this is kind of like, I guess it's like a path through life, or a labyrinth. I'm not very good at drawing it. Which is, you know, I guess it's like the path you follow through life. So sometimes life takes you closer and further away from the ideal, the centre, or the goddess, or whatever. I think I could be wrong. Someone, you know, someone who knows about these things properly can probably tell me more. And then I don't know whether the Earth is represented by the circle around it all or what. I don't know. But I was thinking how Hecate is associated with the 3 paths and the crossroads. I mean, this is pretty much a crossroad in itself, but you could have it like, I was thinking of it in terms of a garden. So say that was my garden. It might actually be better the other way up. You know, I could imagine it being like, there's the grassy bit, my decking's here. You know, this is further up the garden, and then this is somehow like dividing the garden off into sections, you know. But then I got to thinking about this symbol. Got this thing in the middle, great scribble, and then the path where it comes close to the centre. But then potentially these bits could be going off forever. These could be like the, you know, this could be a centerpiece of some sort. I could potentially have the flower pots. Okay, right, I'm working through something in my head. I'm doodling and thinking at the same time. Imagine now this is the garden. Centerpiece here, I don't know what. Maybe a yew tree. Let's imagine. And instead of seeing this as a path, which I was doing originally, what I could do is see this as the path. You know, imagine this is all something like gravel. All of this area. So You know, you've got the garden, you've got a patch of grass, it's all around here. This is all grass. And then these bits are all gravel. Well, they could potentially just be sort of opened out. So I thought we could look at some other books I've got. I've got this one, Wildlife Habitats for Your Garden. So I've had this for ages, but I've never actually done anything properly with it. Woodland, wetland, grassland, rockland. See, it's quite cool. Gives you a little... Okay, anyway, I've got them. Potentially that could evolve just to be... So here's my garden. I'll say that's the big front as I'm looking out the window here. Decking, whatever. You could potentially just have that be like a small centerpiece somewhere on the grass. And then like a path each way. Going to different places in the garden. As an evolution of that, you know, all this is path. Don't want to have too much space taken up with path, but you know, maybe something from the decking across the grass, stepping stones or gravel or something, and then something along towards the middle. I'd maybe have to flatten the ground around these areas. I'm not sure. That's just an idea. And you know, like a pond, and that's the shed up there. Greenhouse is somewhere here, and there's like a paving bit there, which goes right. So, and then we've got stuff growing along the edges, and then a fence which is completely falling down on this side. This is all overgrown. So yeah, there's potential there for something. And then I thought maybe in an attempt at divination, I've got two books here. Gabriel Hatfield's Herbal, and Brereton's Complete Herbal. Based on Culpeper's English Physician and Complete Herbal of 1653. And this one's just The Secret of British Plants. So let's have a look at a random page. I'm just looking away, I'm going to close my eyes. Okay, this one feels good. Oh, and it's mint. Mint. Cool. And our second inspiration. Do the same thing, look away. Okay, and cucumber. Mint and cucumber. Cucumber. Fine. Mint and cucumber, I've written them down. I was watching a video, sorry I can't remember the person's name because I'm just recording this video a bit impromptu, or else I would have done more prep and found the video. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description to it. I saw on a video just talking about Hecate and the different plants associated with her, and it was lavender, garlic, yew trees, oak, and then poisons, and then healing potions I've heard is a thing, so I'm guessing healing plants as well. Plants and poisons, that's enough to get going on with. I don't know whether I'm going to get seeds for any of these things. The poison plants, definitely, I've got some. Okay, that's enough for this video. We'll see how this progresses. I'm quite enjoying keeping a diary of it anyway, so thanks for watching.